Centre en retrait. Et but.
So here we have it. This is an interesting one. Wales against Belgium. Two teams who played who were in the same qualification group. But let me just be very real with you right now. That match that Wales beat Belgium in Cardiff doesn't matter. It has no bearing whatsoever on this game. This is an interesting one because, first of all, I don't think that Belgium will have the same kind of way in which they had the same flow against Hungary. That's not going to happen for a fact because things are going to be slightly different. And with regards to Wales, there is a way for them to win. There is a way for Wales to beat Belgium. And it really comes down to tactics, because I think tactically Chris Coleman will know that they are set up to beat Belgium. So let's even focus on Wales right now. Wales know that you cannot give Hazard space. You give Hazard space, you get lubricated, which is what happened in that match between Wales and Belgium. That's what happened. They got between Belgium and Hungary. You give Hazard space, you will get destroyed. You cannot give that guy space because he will completely destroy you. So Coleman knows that you need to mark him tight, and there needs to be a strong focus on the defense. But what it is that Wales, they're going to sit deep. They're going to try and make it very difficult and very physical for Belgium. And I think Coleman will definitely study that Italy game. If he's smart, he will study that Italy game and say, look at what these guys did. Organization, tough defending, tough one-on-one defending, and very organized group defending. And then it's about the counter-attack, because Bale can do some damage. This Belgium, they don't have company in defense, and they're not really that much of a defensive team. And really, Belgium have yet to face someone with the kind of effect of Bale. And you can't really sleep on Ramsey as well, because Ramsey will play a very important role, i.e. being that creative player, trying to find those little bits of spaces, tight spaces, to really pop the ball in for beast mode, aka Bale. But with regards to Belgium, look, man, I still feel that the hipsters team, I still feel that they're the hyped team, and I just think that maybe because I originally thought these guys were slightly overrated. That Hungary performance was a performance. I'm not going to lie. That was a full-on performance. That was a lubrication, a public undressing, and a complete and total crackdown. So Belgium need to really assume, Vilmos has to assume that, okay, Wales are going to try and sit deep because they know what they can do if they are given space. So Vilmos has to try and figure out a way, how can we walk in tight spaces? I wouldn't mind Vilmos going for two strikers. Work things around with however they are, but I wouldn't mind him going with two strikers, as in give Lukaku some help. Because what is happening is that Lukaku, that ball gets played into him, and there really is nobody there to be his friend or hold his hand or buy him cookies. If you play like a Origi and a Lukaku, two strikers in there, it means that Wales have a lot to really worry about. But then again, for Vilmos, he knows that the threat is the counter-attack. So a guy like Nainggolan will play a very, very vital role in stopping any of those balls getting to Bale. But I think for Vilmos, he needs to realize, okay, look, man, if they sit deep, we need to originate in tight spaces. So for Hazard, we need you to try and move around. I think the evasiveness of Hazard will be key, but De Bruyne as well. Don't sleep on De Bruyne. I still say De Bruyne is as vital as Hazard. This is not a one-man team. Okay, yes, Hazard he's busy against Hungary, but Hazard alone is not enough for Belgium to go find the zeros, or even in this match. So I think for Belgium, they need to be patient and realize that this will, I assume, will be a very different game against Hungary. And if you're playing against tight teams, you need to take more shots. You can't outpass the team, and you can't keep on looking for that vital pass. make space for a shot, boom, pop it off. Belgium are favourites. They are favourites to win this. They are the better team, 100%. I mean, like, as far as individuals and the team as a whole, they're the better team. And they finally hit the ground running, because really Wales are coming off a difficult game against Northern Ireland. Belgium are coming off a confidence booster against Hungary. I said, look, Wales, they can beat Belgium. But I just think that, I'm just looking at everything overall. The gravity of the match. This isn't enough. This isn't like a qualifier match where you have all the matches. This is a last 16. This is, the lights are bright. It's big time. It's huge. I'm looking at a 2-1 to Belgium. To Belgium. I think that this game will be pretty exciting-ish because the both games that these guys both played were pretty exciting. But I think this game as well, because I think Belgium definitely will have more possession of the ball, and they'll put Wales under pressure. And I just don't think Wales can sustain that pressure for an elongated amount of time. So I'm looking at it will be close-ish, but the quality of De Bruyne, of Hazard, you can bring in Mertens there as well. I just think it'll be too much for Belgium to cope. But I really feel that for Wilmots, I would not play either Mertens or Carrasco. I'll sacrifice either one of them and I'll put in Origi and play with two strikers. If you have your two strikers, Lukaku and Origi, you have De Bruyne on one end, Hazard on one end, that'll be too much for Wales to cope with. So you've got a threat on both flanks and you've got a threat in the middle. I just think that Wales will not be able to handle that heat. But for a Wales man, it's about defending. I mean, if they can hold Belgium, they can keep De Bruyne quiet, they can keep Hazard quiet, and they can just be very physical and dogged in defense. They can't allow this to be an open game. They've got to slow the game down and try and just take away any kind of juice or electricity from Belgium's play. And they've just got to keep hitting Bale. I mean, it's like they're not a one-man team because guys like Ashley Williams, Johnny Walker, they play an important role. But with Bale, they can win a game. Without Bale, they can't win this game. With Bale, they can win this game. And they just have to find a way of feeding Bale, find a way of feeding him, make him, well fed. So that's what I think. But I just think, end of the day, Belgium should win this. I've studied it, done my calculations. I just feel overall, Biohazard, De Bruyne, Lukaku should rise on throne. Witsel is a pretty good player. So yeah, watch from my post-match analysis straight after the match. Follow me here on Twitter at Hufflepot. Click on the I button on the top right hand corner to read the blog as well as the Euro 2016 page as well. And then I watch from my post-match review straight after the match, man. This should be good. But I mean, if Bale can do it, this might just be a bridge too far for Bale. A bridge too far. This is just too great a task. Too great a task for him.
Remember to keep up to date with the latest blog posts, and also remember to comment below using your Facebook or your Twitter accounts in the Discuss comments.